Good morning and welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Macy
This is
Burton.
KKSU-LD, broadcasting in high definition from Kansas State University, covering Manhattan, Riley County, and the Flint Hills. You're watching Channel 8 News.
Good morning and welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Macy Burning. Today we'll be taking a look at how the community is coming together to help benefit K-State's food pantry, Cat's Cupboard, on campus.
And I'm Zeb Wiley. Many local businesses receive a lot of visits from college students. But what happens when those college students leave for spring break? Spring break was last week, and many students left Manhattan taking their business with them. Channel 8 News reporter Dayton Bossard talked to some local business owners about how they were affected by the break.
Campus of Kansas State University was a ghost town last week. No classes, no students, no faculty, just a barren land where only buildings reside.
Students at Kansas State are at spring break this week, but how does their absence affect how local business operates?
Little Apple Lanes is normally filled to the brim with college students, but today the parking lot is empty.
The students are here, and you definitely see the business going up. You know, Thursday nights are dollar night. You get a lot of that crowd out here. They seem to have a lot of fun. Summertime, students kind of go away. A lot of people would kind of go away there. Stuff to do outside, so it slows down a little bit. Definitely enjoy having the students here. They just bring like a fun environment to the place, and you can tell when they come in here they really enjoy themselves, and they act really good, and they have a nice time.
The owners of Vista Drive-In say that although Kansas State students are very important to them, that their local business drives their sales.
As any business in Manhattan, K-State students are very important to all of us, and that's one of the reasons why we support K-State over the years in all the ways that we have. Students leave town. There's also a lot of people that come back because it's a holiday or things like that, and so the people that come back to town, then they have to go to eat to Vista. So that keeps the sales up during those times also.
Well, in the summertime, you have families out and about from ball, softball, baseball. K-State runs a lot of team camps, tournaments, people going to the lake. And so a lot of times for us, we could just kind of trade out the business.
In Manhattan, I'm Dayton Bossard, Channel 8 News.
Now that spring break is over and classes are back in session, students are back to helping to contribute to local businesses and the Manhattan economy.
With enrollment falling at universities across the country and tuition increasing at an exponential rate, some four-year institutions like K-State are thinking outside the box to keep students on campus. The Student Success Collaborative is a strategic plan with several components aimed specifically at retaining students. From enhancement advising to reviewing degree requirements, the collaborative uses technology and predictive modeling to help students succeed on an individual basis on campus. Dean of Students Pat Bosco said the collaborative will allow administration to move the needle on student success.
Our entire student body a chance to be able to plan, and for us to, as administrators, get a feel for bottlenecks in courses, challenges, obstacles need to be overcome early on, so it gives us some early warning devices we don't presently have right now in place.
Next Wednesday, Kansas State will host its inaugural Day of Giving, All In for K-State. The event is put on by the Kansas State University Foundation and will last 24 hours as the community will focus on philanthropic objective. The focus this year will be on the university's food pantry, Cat's Cupboard. The Cat's Cupboard provides food, cooking equipment, personal necessities, and other assistance to students who are in need. The objective of All In for K-State is to take an idea from start to flourish and show what it means to be a part of the K-State family.
The All In for K-State Day is a program by KSU Foundation. It's in its first year, so we were chosen as the initial recipients through an application process. Basically, it's a sprint, an all-in day where everyone comes together to focus on Cat's Cupboard and raise funds to help support the work that we're doing here at the pantry. And we want to see Cat's Cupboard as a retention tool, helping students stay in school, so the funding allows us to continue our services, that allows us to stock our shelves.
The City of Manhattan declared this month the March for Meals Month. Alec Madrigal has more information regarding March for Meals and what it does for the community.
The March for Meals campaign is on its 17th year of raising awareness about the escalating issue of senior hunger and isolation in America. Through the Friendship Meals program, the Riley County Senior Service Center provides an average of 130 meals a day to at-risk seniors in the surrounding area. In 2018, the program served a total of 32,269 meals to 510 people. Karen Mays, supervisor for Friendship Meals, says the program could always use more volunteers.
Actually, at any senior center, it is important for people to consider how they might be able to help. There are plenty of things to do here. And while Margaret may be staffed for volunteers for this week, she will need at least 13 people going out to houses every single day, and that becomes their volunteers. So it's important for the community to understand that we can't do those meal deliveries without volunteers.
Here at the Senior Service Center, seniors can either come in to eat their meal or get it delivered at home.
And it keeps us involved with making sure that they get something to eat. And without our drivers, we wouldn't have the program, because the drivers are the main way that we get the food to the seniors. They're the ones that are in front line, you might say.
Not only is the Friendship Meal program providing food, they are also providing socialization, whether it be the delivery driver staying an extra couple of minutes to chat or the seniors coming in to play some games. Friendship Meals seek to eliminate senior isolation and hunger. In Manhattan, I'm Alec Madrigal, Channel 8 News.
For more information about the Friendship Meals program and how to volunteer, visit the Riley County Senior Service Center on the corner of 4th and Leavenworth.
Are you spending too much on coffee? Up next, here's some tips on how to spend responsibly. Also, we'll be spending some time with the prairie chickens and taking a visit to the Sunset Zoo. All that and more on Channel 8 News.
Your identity is who you are.
Feels pretty good. Hurts a little bit and we're not putting pressure on it, but not too bad.
What's your pain level at?
Probably like a 3.
Okay, cool. So much better than yesterday.
Yeah, a lot better.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start to slow it down now.
Okay.
This was my first time taking an online course, and well, it went really, really well. It really did not feel like an online course for me. It felt like we were in a classroom talking and discussing and collaborating with each other. It's a renowned university, and I really take pride in calling myself a Wildcat, and I'm really proud that I'm a K-State alumni now. So I think it adds up a lot of value that I'm from K-State.
Welcome to K-State. We're so excited all of you came to visit us here on campus. We're going to be starting our tour here in front of Anderson Hall, which is our administrative building and kind of our iconic building on campus. It houses our president's office and our vice president for student life. All right, let's get started. We're going to be going to the Union next. It houses our pool.
Coffee has become an essential beverage for many people, but it can get expensive. Derek Darr tells us how to get that cup of caffeine without blowing your budget.
Student at K-State and a coffee drinker. Here's how much it cost her.
I usually get French vanilla coffee, and it usually costs around $4.50 to $3.50, depending on what size I'm getting and how tired I am that day.
Cole McCorkinley is also a student at K-State. Here's how much a week he spends on coffee.
Money-wise, I'd probably say $20 maybe. Probably a little less than that with the Cash App card.
While coffee can help a lot of people jumpstart their days, it can wind up being an expensive habit. This coffee I'm holding costs $5.10. If you're not careful, costs can pile up fast. Joshua Payne is a peer financial counselor at Kansas State University through PowerCat Financials. He helps students manage their finances responsibly so they don't end up pouring too much money into their coffee habit.
What's really important is to just set your own budget based on your finances. So if you have a little bit more money to spend on that, you can spend a little bit more.
Joshua also advises students to slightly lower the amount of coffee they buy.
Yourself a limit. So whether it's, last week you bought 3 cups of coffee, this week you might lower that down to 2 and take a cup from home.
While coffee is good, it is important to spend responsibly. In Manhattan, I'm Derek Darr, Channel 8 News.
Ever wondered how baristas make the art on top of your latte? Channel 8 reporter Bailey Short is live at Bluestem Grill in Manhattan to learn how to make the perfect pour. Bailey?
Thanks, Macy. I'm here at Bluestem Grill with Keith Sutton, and he's going to go ahead and show us how to do some latte art today. You excited? Ready to go?
Definitely.
All right, let's get this going.
All right.
So how long have you been doing barista? Like, how long have you been?
Barista-wise, probably about 5.5 years or so. Yeah.
So what do you do here at the Bluestem Grill?
I am managing partner. Back at our sister store, the Bistro down in Aggieville. I was a barista and manager there, and then I bought in as partner here. And so, yeah, this is my baby.
So would you say latte art is difficult to do?
It is for a while. It's a lot of frustration, and it's not nearly as easy as people on YouTube and Instagram make it seem.
How long would you say it took you to master latte art?
Well, with a little luck, I feel like I hopefully will never master it, and there's always stuff to learn, but probably took a couple years to get pretty smooth at it.
What would you say is the easiest thing to do, latte art?
I think everybody kind of tends to start off with a Rosetta design. That's the basic little leaf with a drag through.
All right, what is your favorite design to do now?
I really like to get what they call a tulip with a lot of layers.
Do you have any customers that are like really picky about their latte art? Will they ever like send it back? Make you do it again? Want certain things?
I think I've gotten that once in my life.
Once?
I think someone was pretty particular at one point, but other than that, everybody's pretty mellow and just kind of, it's a nice treat. It's the cherry on top.
Yeah. Well, that's about all we have for today. Thanks for coming on the show with us and doing this.
Of course, appreciate it.
Back to you guys in the studio.
With warmer weather here to stay, Flint Hills Discovery Center is offering tours to the Konza Prairie to see local wildlife. Guides from the Discovery Center take small groups to see great prairie chicken booming grounds, where the chickens mate. The male chickens display unique behaviors, inflating their air sacs on their necks and stomping their feet to show dominance. The tours give people the opportunity to see the display close and draw bird watchers from around the country.
It's one of those things where if you're in the know and you know birds, this is definitely one of those experiences that you want to have. But really, I encourage anyone to look into this and see if it's something that they'd be up for doing.
Sunset Zoo recently saw a lot of foot traffic through its gates for an event to thank its supporters. Channel 8 News reporter Trace Salzbrenner went to the zoo to learn more.
Conservation and community. Those are two words that you will hear be tossed around if you talk to any Sunset Zoo employee. Throughout the year, the zoo works on projects that help conserve endangered animals. They also find creative ways to bring information to visitors, such as recently when they had their Community Appreciation Day. The event welcomed zoo supporters of all ages to enjoy all of the enclosures for free. Amelia Jerome, an animal keeper for the zoo, explained why this day was important for them.
It allows an opportunity for people who don't usually have the time or ability to come to the zoo other parts of the year to come, and we get to teach them about our mission and what we do here as a zoo and about animal conservation, like in animals with these lovely cheetahs laying behind me.
The zoo saw around 4,000 people attend the event, making it the second largest Community Appreciation Day in the last 6 years. Here at Sunset Zoo, there are many animals you can come and visit, such as buttons, who are here for you to come and see on different events such as their Community Appreciation Day they had, as well as others that are coming up in the future.
We have Party for the Planet, which is our Earth Day celebration, which is April 24th, 12 to 4:30. We're going to have all types of conservation activities and information throughout the zoo, a couple entertainment aspects, some animal ambassador things going on. It should be a really good day. Hopefully we'll have great weather and it'll just be a fun day at the zoo.
At Sunset Zoo in Manhattan, I'm Trace Salzbrenner for Channel 8 News.
The next big event that is happening at Sunset Zoo is on April 27th. You can find out more information and a schedule of their events on the zoo's website.
Now that sounds like something to look forward to. Coming up next, weather anchor Miriam Chamberlain will be with us for a preview at upcoming weather here on Channel 8.
I was a little hesitant, but I took the time and I looked at it. I said, number one, this is Kansas State University. That's a solid name institution. That is a research institution. It's land grant. You're not going to get better than what Kansas State is and what Kansas State stands for.
You can actually see it.
Come on, one more.
H1 minus H2 plus V1 squared minus V2 squared all over 2.
Fans, are you ready?
Welcome back. It's time to check on what kind of weather we will be having this weekend and into the next week. Channel 8 weather anchor Miriam Chamberlain has your update. Miriam?
Thanks, Macy. Spring is finally here, and today marks the second day of spring, so hopefully a warmer weather around the corner. Yesterday, the March equinox happened at approximately 4:58 p.m. So what this event is when the sun lines up directly towards the south and the north end and shines directly through the equator. This event makes it easier. This event makes the length of the night and day nearly equal, so we're going to have about 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. This event also is from, the reason it's called equinox, it's derived from the Latin word meaning equal night. So be on the lookout for our next one, which is going to be in September. Each year we have 2 equinox. One happened in March this year, and then September is the next one. For today's agenda, we have our 24-hour schedule. Today, we're going to be at 35 degrees currently right now. The sun rose at about 7:29 a.m. this morning. And then also, we're going to reach to the higher 50s. It's going to be above 57, and that's going to be at today at 5. And then our low is going to be at 11 p.m. By 11, we're going to be at the lower 40s, and we're going to reach at 43 degrees. For our 5-day forecast, for Friday through Tuesday, we take a look at higher 60s and then the higher 50s. And then we also are going to look at our lows for today. We're going to be at lower 40s, and then once we in the 50s, and once we get into Monday, Tuesday, that's when we go back down to a little cooler as well. And we're going to get the 34 and 37 on that Monday, Tuesday. But for this weekend, it should be pretty high and really warm as we warm it up a little bit. And for our weekend forecast, we would take a look. Friday's supposed to be really nice, 64 degrees. But this Saturday and Sunday, we are going to expect rain. So we're going to have your umbrellas out, your rain boots, so you can expect that, to have your plans ruined for this weekend. Sorry about that. But that's it for we also have weather. Try to stay dry this weekend. Back to the desk, you guys.
Thanks, Miriam. After the break, we'll be taking a look at some intramural basketball.
Also, we'll look back at the exciting atmosphere at the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. Stay tuned.
Left side 3 ball, yes! Throws it down! Wow! Oh my goodness, Steve! Way up above the rim and a block! Derrick Brown taking on Gildas Alexander, and he scores! Are you kidding? Kansas State is headed to the Elite Eight!
We are a family that does not tolerate discrimination of any kind.
A family that represents a diverse and eclectic population.
We are
a family that believes
that diversity, inclusion,
and sportsmanship
are expectations.
We are a family that is supportive and seeks to promote a positive and welcoming environment.
A family that treats people with respect and dignity.
An empowered family.
Who empowers family.
We are family, diverse and together.
Throws it at the glass and it goes in! An and one for Peyton Williams! To the left, it's wide open for Reiki. Yes! left baseline, 8-footer. Good. Ranking answer 3-pointer. It's good!
Welcome back. We are going to send it over to the sports crew to talk about what's going on around Manhattan.
And have a look at the different events that surrounded the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. Trace?
Thanks, Zeb. Kansas State students are back from their spring breaks and looking forward to summertime. While students are ready for summer break, many turn to intramural sports as a way to stay active and in shape. Channel 8 reporter Taylor Corley spoke to some students who use intramural sports as a way to be active.
Break behind us, Kansas State University students find themselves in the position of trying to balance health and class. Many students turn to intramural sports as a way of staying competitive.
I love the competitiveness of intramural basketball. There's a lot of people here who come to compete. I'm a competitive person, so just being able to compete against other people, that's what I like about it.
Most weeknights you can find K-State students up here at the rec playing intramural basketball with their friends. And while intramural basketball is a lot of fun, it's also a great way to stay in shape. While students enjoy being competitive and active, they also meet new friends in this environment.
I think it gets people, out of their, wherever they're living and active, and it keeps people having that competitive nature. And then it's also just fun, I get to meet a lot of new people reffing, and they get to come out here, compete. So I definitely think intramurals and the rec life is a good thing for student life for sure.
It's pretty open, like there's a ton of people that like to shoot around. Like you can always find a court or somebody to play with. Like you never just have to isolate yourself.
Intramural sports brings everyone together in a central location for exercise and a much needed study break.
I'm a kinesiology major, and I feel like because intramurals allows people to become physically active and participate in a group setting, it's not intimidating.
I'm probably just getting experience and getting to, be at the rec. I stay active, keeps me up and down the court and whatnot, but I've learned a lot of experience, and it's been fun to actually be making the calls and whatnot. It's like you have a lot of power in your hands, like you actually, you're kind of in control and whatnot, so it's actually kind of, something different from playing the sport to actually getting to monitor it and be in charge.
Intramural sports is a great way to stay in shape, keep your competitive edge, and meet new friends. In Manhattan, Taylor Corley, Channel 8 News.
While intramural basketball has already started their playoff games, Kansas State students can still sign up for a softball team. This can be done by going to K-State Rec online. This is the 10th year that the Big 12 tournament has been hosted in Kansas City, and it was just announced that the men will stay until 2024, and the women will return in 2020, staying until 2024 as well. Channel 8 reporter Molly Hackett has more from the Big 12.
For many fans, coming to Kansas City for the Big 12 tournament is about more than just basketball. Many fans come for the overall experience that the city provides.
The excitement, the energy. Yeah. A lot of fun.
And not only can you come and watch some basketball, but you can play some too, along with dining at local restaurants, enjoying the Big 12 fan experience, and so much more here in Kansas City.
Kansas City's awesome. They welcome us with open arms.
And while the tournament is fun for fans, it is also something that helps the city. Earlier in the week, Kathy Nelson, the president and CEO of the Kansas City Sports Commission, said that the tournament has also helped transform the city both financially and socially by creating basketball courts for urban youth, giving fans another reason to come back to KC.
Kansas City is a wonderful city. It's sports loving, it supports its universities, and this is a beautiful facility.
And even though the tournament is over, the impact on the city and the memories will last for a long time, as close to 90,000 fans are welcome to the Sprint Center and more than $14.5 million in revenue will be earned. In Kansas City, I'm Molly Hackett, Channel 8 News.
If you are still looking for more basketball coverage, the K-State men's basketball team will be in San Jose, California, taking on UC Irvine in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That game can be watched at 1 p.m. on TBS. That's all the time we have for sports. Back to you, Macy.
Thanks, Trace. After the break, we'll have final weather. We'll also take a look at this past Tuesday night's open mic night coming up here on Channel 8.
Your identity is who you are.
Feels pretty good.
Hurts a little bit when I'm putting pressure on it, but not too bad.
What's your pain level at?
Probably like a 3.
Okay, cool. So much better than yesterday.
Yeah, a lot better.
All right. Well, I'm going to start to slow it down now.
Okay.
This was my first time taking an online course, and well, it went really, really well. It really did not feel like an online course for me. It felt like we were in a classroom talking and discussing and collaborating with each other. It's a renowned university, and I really take pride in calling myself a Wildcat, and I'm really proud that I'm a K-State alumni now. So I think it adds up a lot of value that I'm from K-State.
Welcome to K-State. We're so excited all of you came to visit us here on campus. We're going to be starting our tour here in front of Anderson Hall, which is our administrative building and kind of our iconic building on campus. It houses our president's office and our vice president for student life. All right, let's get started. We're going to be going to the Union next. It houses our pool.
Open Mic Night is an opportunity for many Manhattan residents to come perform as a band, sing on their own, or share their poetry and more. Open Mic is located on the first floor of K-State Union and Wildcat Chamber. Manhattan residents enjoy going to Open Mic Night because it allows them to share their talents with a very supportive and encouraging crowd. Nathan Blue, band member and part-time partnership, says it's a good way to get their band out there while also having fun while doing it.
Really, it's because just to have fun with the band, to get the band really kind of out there, and we enjoy performing. We're all just a group of kids that really, really love to make music.
We go to final weather. Hey, Miriam, can you tell us a little bit about what the temperature is going to be doing, and also mention a little bit about this stormy weather we're going to get this weekend?
Yeah, so we're going to be up in the 60s and the 50s, so it's going to be pretty warming up here a little bit. But like I said, we're going to get that rain and that rainstorm, so it might be a little flooding, so just be careful while you're out there driving, and also have your umbrellas ready. And since it's going to be warm out, then the weather is going to be a little muggy out, so you might want to just take a look and be careful for our other forecasts for the rest of that weekend, though. That Monday and Tuesday is still going to be in the 50s, but we're going to go back down to the low degrees of 30 degrees and lower. So that's pretty much it.
Do you guys have any plans this weekend?
I actually don't have any plans, but I'll definitely carry my umbrella with me.
Yeah, try to stay dry, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's all we have, and that wraps up our time for Channel 8 News.
Feels pretty good. Hurts a little bit when I'm putting pressure on it, but not too bad.
What's your pain level at?